All Things Bright and Beautiful. The words to this hymn were written by Mrs. Cecil Frances Alexander, who lived basically during the 1800s. She was the wife of William Alexander, who was the Anglican Bishop of Ireland. She was a prolific author, and a number of her books and writings were published during her lifetime. She was inspired to write this hymn when trying, with difficulty, to teach a group of children the meaning of the Apostles' Creed. When traditional teaching methods failed, she decided to write a series of hymns based on various phrases of the Creed. She based this hymn on the phrase, "I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth." It was those last words, maker of heaven and earth, that particularly inspired her. The hymn celebrates each little flower that opens and each little bird that sings. It speaks of glowing colors and tiny wings. But most of all, it affirms that the Lord God made them all. Mrs. Alexander wrote other hymns to illustrate other phrases of the Creed as well. They include "Once in Royal David's City," "There is a green hill far away," and "He is coming, He is coming." She thought of these as children's hymns and published them in a collection of hymns entitled Hymns for Little Children in 1848. It was a fabulously successful hymnal that went through nearly 70 editions during her lifetime and 100 editions altogether. Mrs. Alexander was quite generous with her time and her money. She donated the profits from Hymns for Little Children to a school for the deaf. She was active in ministry to unwed mothers and was also instrumental in establishing a nursing school in her area. Again, we have so many reminders of all things not bright and beautiful. That seems to be all that we hear on the news. And it's so important to keep things in perspective and not get overwhelmed. There is beauty all around. I appreciate this hymn for its simple reminder to stop and smell the roses, as it were, to see the beauty, to take notice of it, to recognize all that God has blessed us with, and to remember where it all comes from. The Lord God made them all. God's creation is all around us, and God is all around us. In Exodus 33, God says, "My presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest." May you always see God's beauty, and may you always rest in God's presence. God's peace to you this day.